Alright, hi, Tino here to State of Decay 2, and yes, it's the first video in full HD 1080p, and like I already told you twice in the few videos, I have a AMD Radeon RX 5700 XT from Sapphire Pulse Edition with 8GB, but that's less important. I have the AMD Ryzen as a CPU, AMD Ryzen 9 3900X with 12 cores, and yes, and yeah, 64GB RAM, but that's less important for gaming, at least 64GB. The soft spot is 16. 16 is pretty much where you have the best solutions for the budget, because the difference between 16 and 64GB is more for working and people like me who like content creators. Just the same with CPU. CPU is more important for streaming, and in the future I'd like to stream, and yes, I could definitely play with this specs, or rig, as many of you called it. I mean, it's the known word. I could play in 1440p. The only problem that I still have, despite having now a great new computer that... Oh, the 18.1 update is already out. I'm seeing it for the first time now. Feels good to finally have the best visuals in State of Decay 2, and I already knew it since the day it came out that it has great visuals and looks pretty decent for being a small okay, to tell you or share you my opinions and thoughts now about the heavy weapons with the slight updates. With update 18, so I had to settle my computer right, get things working again, had some drivers installed, moved my hard drive from my old computer into the new one, have a few issues with Windows 10 that I still try to figure out. Somehow it doesn't accept my key that I acquired a long time ago, of course in a legal way. I mean, it's completely legitimate. Fingers crossed. Rendering now in 1080p. It may take less because my computer is better, but the datas will be way bigger, much bigger, and that's the only thing why I still don't upload or render in 1440 pixels, because but 60 frames. I've been uploading for 5 years or something. 60 frames always. So I have a smoother experience watching my crappy videos, but now also the quality has been improved, hopefully. We'll see about that, because this is also my first time after more than 5 years that I don't record a game with the X-Story, because I always used the X-Story the past 5 years, or even more. I'm not sure. No, I started late 2015 using, because in 2015 I still used Fraps on a regular base. Since 2016 I switched to the X-Story, and now I'm using the AMD Radeon. It's pretty much the same competitor to... It's pretty much the same thing like Shadowplay from...
You got it, man.
Who is you? Yupa, yeah, you also did some things.
This puts a smile on my face.
But I have to use him due to Powerhouse, to use heavy weapons effectively. I also love to use now AMD Real Life. I don't know its exact name. The AMD recording software. Not just that it's free and comes with the more modern AMD graphic cards. The other thing is that it separates my audio tracks, my microphone and the in-game sound, and that's something why I used, or the main thing why I used the X-Story for a long time, because that was a thing that Fraps didn't have, that a few other record softwares don't have. I also like to ask Krypton HD which software he uses, because I never asked him. So yeah, if you're watching up to this point, Krypton, please let me know down in the comments, because I also experience more and more professional
here now, but there will be
YouTubers. Well, I guess I'm not so professional, but I mean, I focus on quality, but... Oh, finally. I was looking for a dealer. No, a trader. Whoa, look at this! Will he also... No, he won't run those 30-40 yards up to this set. But that was a lot. It was like, I don't know, 10 feet or something. He just slided forward to the other set. So what I was about to tell you is Elgato also does,
Good thing I got low expectations.
but it's a recording hardware, also great products for recording, not just consoles. They used to be well known back in the days for consoles, back in the Call of Duty commentary, gameplay, whatever scene in 2000, back in 2000, I think 11 was, no, 2012 was the breakthrough or something, because they started with console capture cards, and then that's what I always liked about heavy weapons. The swing when you're about to execute someone laying on the floor, and it does that huge swing that may knock down a few. Look at this. It's awesome.
Gonna run out of that soon.
Also,
I fucking love stomping zombies.
so swing. Dude, why was he stopping all of a sudden? I love that. It's an effective way to control crowds and whoa. Do I love heavy weapons? Yes, definitely. I wouldn't say I always loved heavy weapons due to the fact that they weigh a lot. I like using lightweight weapons. That's why I've grown more fond about to using bladed weapons as a melee option instead of blunt weapons. That's no problem for the heavy weapon. That's why blunt weapons are pretty effective for ferals. The swing isn't so slow in my opinion. Well, I mean, yeah, it always comes down to the weapon itself being high speed or FU boy.
Almost out of that. How you like me now?
Finished it with his close combat weapon. Interesting. So, yeah, the range is great. Like you can see in bigger hordes, bigger confrontations. And a downgrade or drawback when using bladed weapons. People claim that blunt weapons are a better, more effective way for... where is it? Here? And no, I have no energy drink left. That they are more effective, weight less, swing faster, and have their own specialization in fighting, named striking. But you can combine this one, for example, great powerhouse with endurance, because you can use the slam attack, you can still link it with close combat. And the other thing that I like about it is that I can, when I have a heavy weapon, use... Get up, please. When you have a heavy weapon equipped, you can use this one. And this one is normally a... Where do I have one? Here, close combat only ability. The second option, why you execute standing enemies with a knife. It's not actually executed with a knife. They grab, pull them and stomp them on their head, just like the same way they do it with the powerhouse. With this improved movement that you're slightly sliding forward, heavy weapons might have become pretty useful in my opinion.
Cool.
Even better than blunt weapons. 360 all around swing while executing is also a pretty effective way, not just pretty effective, but extremely effective way to get rid of the hordes around you. But the thing that I always liked about close combat is this one. And with powerhouse you also get this if you are wielding a heavy weapon. So I would rate heavy weapons with the new update a 7.5 out of 10. It was previously a 6 out of 10 for me. The quick execution with pressing Y is also something that I always preferred maxing out weapons, and that's something that endurance and striking doesn't provide you. Please let me know your opinions down in the comments, also about the quality, and thanks for your feedback as always, and wish you a great day, best health, goodbye.